Do you know what to do if your baby starts to choke? By taking a St. John Ambulance class in their home, these parents are learning how to save the life of a child.
You want to be able to recognize the signs of choking. The baby's coughing. He's coughing, he's fighting, he's red in the face.
Take charge, assess hazards, and make the area safe. Determine what happened. Identify the degree of obstruction.
But then he stops coughing and has a terrible wheezing sound or no sound at all, and he's beginning to turn blue.
Place the infant face down over your forearm.
You're going to pick him up, support his head, support his body on your leg.
Hold the infant with his head lower than his body and give 5 back blows with the heel of the hand.
Between the shoulder blades, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
While supporting the infant's head and spine, turn him over onto his back, keeping the head lower than the trunk. Give 5 chest thrusts.
Support his head carefully, turn him over, and between the nipple lines, 2 fingers down, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Continue back blows and chest thrusts until the airway is cleared or the infant becomes unconscious. If the infant becomes unconscious, send someone for medical help. Lay the infant down on a flat, firm surface.
And he suddenly goes limp on you. He's gone unconscious. Will you go call 911? The baby's gone unconscious, he's choking, and please come back, hurry. If you're alone, you have to take that baby, get to the phone, to call the ambulance.
Look in the mouth. If you don't see anything, open the airway and assess breathing.
Check the mouth, open the airway, check for breathing up to 10 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. There's no breathing.
If the infant is not breathing, try to ventilate.
Try to put a breath in. It doesn't go.
If air will not go in, reposition the head and try to ventilate again.
Tilt just a wee bit more. Try to put a breath in.
If air still does not go in, landmark and give 5 chest compressions.
So now we have to begin chest compressions right away to try to get that item out. Landmark by placing 2 fingers on the breastbone, approximately 1 finger width below an imaginary line drawn between the nipples. And this is where you will do your compressions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Look in the mouth for any obstruction. Open the airway and try to ventilate.
Check the mouth. Don't see anything. Try to breathe. It doesn't go.
If air does not go in, reposition the infant's head and try to ventilate again.
Reposition. Try again. Still doesn't go.
If air still does not go in, give 5 chest compressions.
1, 2.
Continue until the obstruction is cleared or medical help takes over. If you are successful in clearing the airway and the infant remains unconscious, give 2 slow ventilations and check for signs of circulation.
You look and you see the item in the baby's mouth, so you use a hooked finger to pull it out. Having done that, you now want to put 2 breaths in. 1 breath, it goes in. 2nd breath, it goes in. Now you want to check for signs of circulation, pulse, breathing, movement, and this will tell you that things are back on track.
Continue with the primary survey by assessing the quality of breathing. Assess circulation. Check for shock. Give ongoing casualty care. Place the infant in the recovery position to allow drainage from the mouth.
But we want to put him in a position where he can now drain if anything comes up.
Monitor the ABCs. Cover the infant. When medical help arrives, report to the attendants on what happened, the infant's condition, and the first aid you have given. In summary, if an infant starts choking, take charge. Identify the degree of obstruction. Place the infant face down over your forearm with the head lower than the trunk. Give 5 back blows with the heel of your hand. Turn the infant onto his back, supporting his head and spine. Give 5 chest thrusts. Continue giving back blows and chest thrusts until the airway is cleared or the infant goes unconscious. If the infant goes unconscious, send someone or go yourself for medical help. Lay the infant down. Look in the mouth for any obstruction. Open the airway and assess breathing. Try to ventilate. If air will not go in, reposition the head and try to ventilate again. Landmark. Give 5 chest compressions. Continue chest compressions and ventilations until airway is cleared or medical help takes over. If you are successful in clearing the airway and the infant remains unconscious, give 2 slow ventilations. Check for signs of circulation. Continue the primary survey by assessing breathing and circulation. Check for shock. Place the infant in the recovery position and give ongoing casualty care. When medical help arrives, report on what happened, the infant's condition, and the first aid you have given.
You've come in and found the baby unconscious.
If you come across an unconscious infant, but you did not witness the event, follow the steps of emergency scene management.
You've tried to wake him up. He's not waking up. You go call the ambulance for me, the baby's unconscious, and hurry back.
After you have sent someone to call for medical help, open the airway and assess breathing for no more than 10 seconds.
Airway, head tilt, chin lift. Check for breathing for 10 seconds. 1,007, 1,008, 1,009.
If the infant is not breathing, attempt to give 1 slow ventilation.
He's not breathing, so you're going to try a breath. It doesn't go in.
Reposition the head. Check your seals at the nose and mouth and try to give another ventilation.
Maybe your technique wasn't very good, you didn't tilt it sufficiently, so you tilt a little more and try again. It still doesn't go in.
If air still will not go in, assume there is an obstruction and begin the first aid procedures you have just learned for a choking infant who goes unconscious.
Now you assume he's obstructed, so we want you to do exactly what I've just been teaching you. Get to the chest, landmark, and start chest compression. 1, 2, 3.
In summary, if the infant is found unconscious, follow the steps of emergency scene management. After sending someone to call for medical help, open the infant's airway and assess breathing for no more than 10 seconds. If the infant is not breathing, try to give 1 slow ventilation. Reposition the head, check your seals at the nose and mouth, and try to give another ventilation. If air still will not go in, assume there is an obstruction and begin the first aid procedures for a choking infant who goes unconscious.